All right, shalom to the hopeful elect. First of all, I give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach us this truth and rule well. And peace, love, and salutation and blessing unto the hopeful elect. Those who are sincerely hastening the day that the Heavenly Father Yahweh is going to send his son Yahweh Shai to deliver the elect of Israel while destroying our enemies. Now, I'm the brother Ramak Imyan from Great Millstone, Miami. And for the topic of this lesson, I want to go into how you must believe in the miracles that's coming. You must believe in the power, the great power that's going to be manifested in these last days. And I say manifested like that because we already have power. How the hell you think we woke up to this truth? You know? And so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, brothers teaching the same thing. Really, the four corners of the earth, brothers in Hawaii, brothers in Europe, brothers in Asia, you know, teaching the same thing. You know, brothers in South America, you know, Central America, teaching the same thing, standing upon our feet. This is the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that is already working. So how much more will it be manifested in these times that's coming, which we absolutely going to need some divine intervention. We absolutely is going to need the Lord to send angels and pour out miracles when our enemies come up against us. You know, we already see, like, for instance, they're saying that, you know, because of the government shutdown, SNAP benefits are going to you know, won't be released. And we've been prophesying for years. The food stamps is going to go away. You won't be able to go into the stores and just buy water and this and that. Great famine and pestilence, troublesome times are coming. But the Lord woke us up to this truth and gave us the names, the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, the name of his son, Yahweh Shai, so we can call upon those names of salvation and deliverance from the times that are coming. And in order for that to happen, we're going to need some great works to happen, man, because Esau, our enemy, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he's coming down with all that he has. The squeeze is coming. You know, we're going to need some divine intervention for all these people that the Lord is going to save to eat, to be defended from Esau, Edom, who wants to wipe us out. You know, going to be persecuted for believing and teaching and striving for the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to need the Lord to come through. Like, it ain't going to be... The times that we coming into ain't just finna be some regular stuff and Esau just have his way and ain't gonna be no miracles, nothing like that. It's gonna be, no, the Lord's gonna pour out miracles. He's gonna pour out, you know, manifestations of his power. He's gonna use his men. He's gonna use his angels to guide his men, you know, to keep his men. They shall bear thee up so that thy foot shall not dash upon the stone. It tells us that in the scriptures, you know. At famine and destruction, you shall laugh. You're going to be redeemed from death and famine. You know? Now, I want to read this. Job chapter 5, verse 19. It says, he shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7, there shall no evil touch thee. And that 7 trouble represents the nuclear missiles. When they come to America, to burn America up from sea to shining sea, America will be burnt. America will be the lake of fire. All of these nations are going to shoot their nuclear missiles at America after the chip is pushed and World War III done went just totally hot, you know? So to be delivered from that, that's the 7th trouble. It says, no evil shall touch thee because you're going to be beamed up in a chariot. So if you believe that the Lord could take you off the ground while nuclear missiles are coming, how about the miracles that's going to happen when the 6 troubles before that happens? Why you can't believe in that? Why you can't believe in the power and the miracles that's going to happen before the nuclear missiles come? Because if you believe that you could be beamed up and changed in the twinkling of an eye, given a new body while nuclear missiles are coming down, if you believe that, then why you can't believe that the Lord is going to feed his elect during Jacob's trouble and protect his elect and give his men spiritual power and all these things? Why couldn't you believe that? You must believe that. We in the time in which the Lord, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, about to magnify their names. Like, this is the Lord's agenda. His agenda is to magnify his name in these last days. It tells us in Isaiah 59, verse 19, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west unto the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So the Lord is going to do things in which these nations they're going to fear the name of the Lord again. You know, they're going to know the name of the Lord because his prophets been teaching in the name of the Lord, standing stiffly for the name of the Lord. And these nations going to know, okay, dang, these men said Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and this is happening. It's going to go viral. You know, our enemy's going to come in like a flood, and the Lord going to lift up that standard. And when we read these scriptures, a main thing that's within these scriptures is how the Lord always come through for his people and the miracles that he do. You read that all throughout the scriptures. From Genesis to Revelations, you hear about the Lord's mighty working miracles. You should believe in these miracles in these last days, man. For real. Hey, Romans 15:4 says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Right. We read about King David and the deliverances and the power that the Lord gave him. He jumped over walls. Bows of steel were broken with his arms. We read about Samson killing 1,000 Philistines with the jawbone of an ass. We read in the time of Hezekiah, 185,000 Assyrians came up against Jerusalem, and the Lord sent an angel to wipe them out. They did us no harm. We read about Daniel being thrown into a lion's den, and he came out, you know, unharmed, completely unharmed. We read about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego being thrown into a flaming furnace, and they came out unharmed. You know, we read these things over and over and over and over again in the scriptures. What you think the Lord trying to tell you? Believe in his power. Believe in his miracles, bro. And it comes with fearing him, of course. If fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you striving for his name, doing what you're supposed to be doing through the Spirit, you know, being brotherly, being charitable, praying, you know, striving to please the Lord gonna look out for you. Those miracles that he did it for men who was doing just that. The things that we rehearsing and doing right now. Calling upon the name, hoping in him, eschewing evil, avoiding evil, you know, hastening his coming. That's because the Lord got his Spirit upon us and he loves us, so he gonna look out for us when these things pop off. You know? So here's St. John chapter 14, and go straight to the point. Verse 12. It says, verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. So the Lord already said it. The things that he did, we're going to do greater. You don't think that's going to be put in full force in these times? This is a time of salvation. This is a time of judgment coming down as great waters. This is a time of our enemy. He finna make his last little hoorah, Esau, Edom, and come down with great wrath. You don't think that we gonna do greater things when Yahushua said we gonna do it? You got to believe it, not just think it. You gotta believe it. You gotta have faith in it. And that's why you've been equipped with the names of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. The righteous run into it and are safe. You know, so just believe in the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Believe in his mercy. Believe in his protection. Believe in his love that he has for us, man. He gonna be with us through whatever. We won't be forsaken. Even when persecutions arise, even if brothers thrown into prison, even if you before a guillotine. But believe in the power. Believe in it, man. Believe in the miracles. And even if you have to take a so-called death, you're gonna be risen first in the chariot, or you could be risen in a couple minutes. You know, and yes, still be lifted up in the chariot first. You know, or delivered from all, or the Lord just come through and just deliver you from all these things. But the Lord got a lot of people that he gonna save and deliver, man. Women, children, Isaiah 4:1, all these things finna happen. How you think these women and children and people gonna eat? Miracles, you know. Just got to believe. You got to believe. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. I give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash, and double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Kwame Yasharala. Shalom.